Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Teresa. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks, and you?
I'm. I just got home. I was
Oh,
running just to be, on time because I got off like 4:20, but I still had to do something. And then after that, I rushed on because I need to walk and then take the train. But anyway, I was able to arrive on time. How are you? Did you work today?
yes, I have
Uh,
already worked today.
so, what until what time?
I work until 4 p.m.
Oh, 4 p.m. today. Okay. So anyway, you had
Yes,
time
and
to relax before our class.
yes, I just got home, picked the kids at school, and make
Oh,
dinner.
okay, okay, that's good. So anyway, were you able to do your homework?
Yes, I made the test.
Oh yeah. So did you finish everything or you did only the listening?
No, I did everything.
Oh, that's good. Okay, that's good. So that's actually a complete set.
Yes.
And okay, let me see.
Uh,
How was the listening? How was
oh, it's actually easier than I thought it was. I got the spelling wrong as I imagined I would. I couldn't send the names, and the spelling was too fast that I couldn't catch up. And most I get one question that I missed because I get distracted, and most the others I just get the spelling of the words wrong.
okay, so
So
did you
that's
already
what.
marked? Did you already corrected? Yeah, you
Yes,
did?
I
Okay.
corrected because that's the test. There is the
Answer
pasted,
key.
and so I could, yeah,
There was an
so I could
answer key.
correct. So yes, and so yeah, there I guess, let me
So how many
see,
did you
like
get, Teresa?
29, 30. Yes,
How many did you get?
I didn't. I get 29 or 30 because my I got there is one question that the answer was fortnight, and I answered 14 days. I don't know if it would be correct or not.
Well, actually, 14 days, 2 weeks, or fortnight, it's okay.
Yeah, so it would be a 30,
Okay.
but other than that's fine. It's just a spend
Yeah,
some
the
words that
thing
I
is, okay, the thing is, in the actual test, Teresa, wrong spelling is wrong.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
that didn't confuse.
especially those names and those words that they spell out. Okay, so you have to pay attention when someone is, spelling out a name, spelling out a name of a person or a street or a particular word. So don't let yourself get distracted when you are listening. So good, you got 7. So 30 is 7. If you got 29, that would be 6.5. So always aim for 7 or higher. So meaning you have to aim for 30 correct answers and higher. Okay, so that's very good. Now, what about the writing? Did you do it?
I did it.
Okay, so you can actually send it to me, or is it possible to send it now so that I can mark it for you? I can mark it with you, or
The
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 writing. Did you do
the
it like PDF, through PDF, or Microsoft Word? I should say. Did you do it Microsoft Word?
Yes, I did it actually in Notepad because so I didn't have the correct the grammar autocorrect orthography. So, but
Yeah.
I did it in the exact time of the test. I
Mm.
couldn't write enough words for the second part.
Yeah.
But I think I can send you. Let me see.
Yeah, can
I
you send
think
it to
yes,
me?
just a
So
second.
meaning you were able to finish task 1 in
Yes,
20 minutes with 150
yes,
words or more. Now, the second task, you were not able to finish it within 40 minutes. Is that what you're
Yes,
trying?
I write some. Yes, but I couldn't write it in enough words, so I couldn't finish in
Okay,
time.
so how many words do you think in your second task?
I did, I think, 200.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's under length, meaning you were not able to meet the required number of words. So, of
Yes,
course, if that is the case, Teresa, in the actual exam, you will lose some points.
yes,
Okay. But of course, the most important thing is this. Okay, that's just one of the criteria, like were you able to meet the required number of words, or were you able to complete the task in within 40 minutes, right? But the most important is that you will be able to hit all the points, meaning you will be able to write about the topic. Okay, so if you can please send it to me through chat,
uh,
and that would be good so that I can mark it for you. And then meantime, I want to, yeah, I will look for the answer key for the reading. Did you do the reading as well?
yes, I did.
And how was it?
Uh,
Did you
the
do it?
last,
Yeah.
yeah, I could do it in the time. The last part was a bit difficult.
Okay, that is actually the case in the actual exam. The third part is the most difficult. So usually one of the techniques that we suggest to our participants is to, especially if you need to probably aim for just 7. For example, you are applying for a student visa, right?
Yes,
And you actually just need 6.5. But of course, you aim higher than this so that it's safer, right? So, um, you can focus more on the first and the second task, okay? Because the third part is actually the most difficult, and probably you don't have time. Actually, in most cases, the test takers do not have time to, most of the time they don't really have time to finish everything.
okay.
So it's good if you can, focus more, 2 minutes more for each, you know just to make sure that you are able to get more correct answers for task 1 and task 2. Task 3, probably you can excuse me, just kind of like scan, or browse, and
Yes.
then make some guesses, if you don't have
Yeah,
time. If you don't have
yeah,
time.
the multiple questions is kind of easier, but the part when you have to put find the sentences in the paragraph is kind of hard.
Okay, so yeah, it can be a little bit challenging. So just 1 second, I'm looking for the answer key for this one. Yeah. So of course, the third part is the most challenging, and in most cases, test takers are not able to finish everything. I hope I have the answer key here. Okay. But anyway, the topics probably, or the articles, are quite familiar to you or easier because it's about obesity. So
Yes.
more on, yeah. Okay, let me check this one. So were you able to send me your
Yeah,
writing?
just send it right now. I said it is. Yes.
Okay, just 1 second. This is the reading part. And I hope I have the answer key here. Okay, give me 1 second,
Okay, no
Teresa. I
problem.
will just grab the book because I think
Okay.
I don't have the answer key here yet. Okay, so anyway, let me check the one that you shared to me.
Yes. That's exactly what I made in the time. I didn't make any other correction after the time is over.
Yeah. Oh, did you already send it here? I
Yeah,
don't see it.
I sent
Okay,
in the
let me
chat.
see if you.
I sent in the chat. Let me see.
Can you see my message? Please send it to me.
This is
Like this one. I have a message in the chat box.
yes.
Yeah, okay. So I'll just grab my book. I still don't see it.
I put them on the chat.
Oh, you sent it? Okay, now what about, can you please try this, Teresa? Send it to my email. Do you have Gmail?
I don't think I have.
Oh, you don't have Gmail. What email do you have?
I don't think I think I have your email recently right now. Let me find it.
Okay, so this is my email. I mean, what about you? Do you have Gmail?
Yes,
Uh,
your email is C. Forgot how to spell your email.
okay, this is my email where you can send that, and it's the same. This is also my PayPal account. This one, can you see it now? My Gmail.
No.
No. Oh, so you don't see any in your chat box?
No, I don't know why.
Oh, why?
Let me see if no.
I sent you, for example, please send it to me and then my email address. You don't see it?
Let me see if it's here.
Okay, let me see.
Oh, I find. Okay, I find.
Did you get it?
Yes, let me. Just a second. Okay.
Okay. But anyway, Teresa, you can actually send it later to me and then I can mark. Can we please mark your reading first?
Yes,
Okay. Okay. Because I want to know like how many correct answers you got in your reading. Okay, so for example, in number 1, the answer is X. X.
X.
Yeah.
Number one is X like in 10.
Yes. So the number, Roman number.
Yes, X. Okay.
Okay. It's like 10, right? Roman number 10.
Yes.
Number 2, it's Roman number 7.
Okay.
Number 3 is 3.
Okay.
Number 4 is 4.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Number 5 is 11.
Okay.
Number 6 is 2.
Okay.
Number 7, 6.
Okay.
Number 8, 8.
8. Okay.
Okay. And number 9, it's a word, metabolism.
Yes.
Okay. Number 10, less.
Yes.
Number 11, genetic.
Yes.
And number 12, consume.
Okay.
Yeah. Number 13, behavior.
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, passage 2 or section 2.
Okay.
14D,
Yes.
15C,
No. Okay.
16A, okay,
Okay.
17F,
Okay.
18B as in boy,
Yeah.
19C.
See. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let's continue. Number 20F, 21G as in good,
Okay.
22B,
Yes.
23E,
Yes.
24C,
Yes.
25A,
Yes.
26D,
Yes.
27C. Okay, part 3 or passage 3 or section 3. Now, 28, it's either IQ or intelligence.
Okay.
Okay, number 29, multifaceted approach.
Yes.
30B
B. Yes.
and 31C. 31C as in your cat. Okay, 32E,
Yes.
33C,
Yes.
34A,
Okay.
35 not given.
Okay. Not here. Okay.
Yeah, 36 yes,
Okay.
37 yes,
Yes. Okay.
38 and 39 no. So yeah, and the last number is letter D.
Okay.
Okay, I think you got more correct answers, so just count the mistakes. Count your mistakes.
I get 10 mistakes.
Oh, you got 30 again. Okay, let's uh convert that into band score. That's good. Okay, that's actually a good sign. But it was easier for you because it's about like medical conditions,
Yes.
right? Okay, but anyway, let's see. You got 30 out of 40, and that's academic. It's the same. It's 7.
Okay.
Okay, so I hope, Teresa, that you keep it this way. Like 7 or higher. And your speaking is, I believe, between 7 to 8.
Okay.
But the writing, yeah, the writing as well is, of course, one thing that yeah. So, you haven't sent it to me, but okay, you can do that later. Like send it to me so that I can mark it for you, and then I will send it back to you. But I will show you a sample of this, okay? So that you have a better idea. Now again, keep in mind that task 1 is interpretation or description, and you're not supposed to express your idea, your own opinion about this. You have to focus on what you see and in the information, like in the graph or sorry that I didn't have enough time to locate this, so I want to mm, can you see my screen? Oh, you can't yet. You cannot yet? Okay, just 1 second. I need to share because I just want to give you a better idea of how to Where is that? Yeah, 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 yeah. So, what time did you start today? Like, start from work?
Today it's kind of more relaxing day for
Oh,
me.
yeah.
So I just work from to 10 to 4 p.m.
Oh, okay, that's good. It's
So
just for a few hours.
yeah, so it's kind of more relaxing day for me.
It's more okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's good. So it's good also if you have this kind of schedule. Yeah, but the thing is, you also did some mommy duties.
Oh yeah, always clean, wash dishes, take the kids at school, do homework,
Mhm.
and all that fun things. So
Okay. Okay. Of course, I need to share this to you. So let me. Okay. Can you see my screen now? Okay. So if you look at this, this is a sample task one, and of course, if you look at the band score, it's 1-9. Okay.
okay, okay,
So how many paragraphs do we have here?
three.
Okay, there are only three, and actually, it's just like 15 words over,
Okay,
150, and this one has 165 words. Now, if you look at the words used here, they are not, like highfalutin, or these are not complicated words, or these are not high vocabulary, but
okay.
the interpretation is more or less accurate. Okay, so can you please read the first paragraph?
The three graphs provide an overview of the types of music people purchase in the
Purchase, purchase.
purchase purchase in the UK. At first glance, you see that pop music is far more popular than rock or classical music.
Okay. Do you remember this? That,
Yes,
yeah,
yes, I have it
okay.
right here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So this is the introduction.
Yes,
So this is the introduction, Teresa. So it says here the three graphs provide an overview of the types or kinds of music people buy or purchase in the UK. At first glance, so at first look, that's what it means. At first look, we see that pop music is far more popular than rock or classical music. Is it true?
I don't know this. Why I think why he says that. I can say how we think that pop music might be more popular than classical music, but I don't see how it's more popular than rock music.
Okay, let us see. But do you see any mistakes here? Like probably grammatical mistakes or everything?
Okay.
Okay, if you look at this, okay, period, and then there's a comma. See, punctuation also, it matters. And all the
Okay.
spelling of the words are correct.
Okay.
Okay. So anyway, we'll go back later, okay? I just want
Okay.
you to continue. Okay, now what about the second paragraph?
Okay. Based on the two graphs, more men than women by those different types of music. The rock market is dominated by men with 30% buying rock compared to 18% of women.
Do you
And
remember
so,
this?
yes, I think yes.
So the rock market or the rock music is dominated by men with 30% buying rock compared to 18% of women.
Yeah, 8%, yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Correct, but okay.
Okay, now continue, please.
From the first class, we see that interest in pop music steady from age 16 to 44, with 20 to 30% of the population continuing to buy pop CDs before the age of 45.
What do you think? Is it accurate?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So that's the second paragraph. And the third one?
The interest in rock music reached its peak among the 25 to 34 years old, though it never sells as well as pop. the opposite to the classical music graph, which shows 20% of music fans at 45 and older by this kind of music.
Okay, so this is the interpretation of this kind of, graph.
Okay, okay,
So it's actually, it focuses only on the most significant.
okay.
Now, do you think your interpretation is somehow similar?
I think I did something, but not so well.
Okay, it's not as
I,
as accurate, or it's not as, okay. But anyway, it's okay as long as you tried. I will mark this for you, send it to me, and we'll count the words. The computer can count for the words, and then, okay. So you said, I didn't see that, pop music is far more popular than rock or classical. That's what you said earlier, right?
yes,
Okay. Let me show you the graph again. Okay. Okay. Here is. Oh, wait 1 second. Oh, yeah, here. Okay, pop. 25 to 24. It's kind of like more than 20,
I kind of have
probably
30.
30, 32%, or just the same.
Yeah, it's pretty close. I know.
Why did it says far more popular? So it's not
Yeah,
very accurate.
I think it's far more popular because slightly more popular. But yeah, I get the idea.
Yeah, probably because, okay, look, here, female, male, female, here, the black one,
Yeah,
yeah, and then pop music for these ages. Yeah, it's actually pretty close. It's not far more popular.
but I get the idea of it.
Yeah. It's not, well, they are very close actually. But I'm just
Mm.
trying to see if like there is any difference in percentages. Like 30, 10. Yeah. Probably the word far is not very accurate.
Yeah.
Okay, so but anyway, in the actual exam, this one got 9. It's probably
Okay.
because it's free of any mistake.
Yeah. It's everything.
And it's probably because it has a good interpretation. It may not be so accurate because it's of this word. If this word, probably instead of pop music, it should have been rock. It's far more popular than pop or classical music. But I'm just trying to look if it's like, although if you look at the graph here,
Yeah.
well, obviously these bars are taller,
Yeah.
but we have to base it on the percentages.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. 10, 10. It's actually very close to one another. Okay. So anyway, that's how, but look at how it should be interpreted,
Okay.
Teresa. Okay?
Yes.
Do not express your own opinion in this case. So
Okay.
no opinion. Okay. Now if you look at the writing, the second task, okay. So this one also got 9 in the actual exam. Let me see how many words we have here. Okay, 278.
Okay.
So it's 28 words over. But of course, in your case, you were not able to complete, and then it should be 250 or a little bit more. So if you are not able to write at least 250 words, then you will lose some points.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah. No, this one is given more weight. The second task. So
Okay.
yeah, so if you can finish the first task in 15 minutes and spend more time with the second one, it's better because this one is given more weight because it's an essay
Okay.
and
Yeah, I see.
there are more words to write. Okay?
Okay.
So, can you please read the first paragraph?
Yes. In times of high unemployment,
Unemployment, un.
unemployment, employers need to do very little to encourage their staff to work hard. But when job
Okay, when job vacancies,
vacancies are scarce, they have to
s-
find effective
scarce.
scarce. They have to find effective ways to
Okay,
rewarding,
okay. Effective ways of rewarding.
rewarding, effective ways of rewarding their staff in order to stop them from going elsewhere.
Okay.
Um, One obvious way of doing this is to offer extra money to employees who are seen to be working exceptionally hard, and this is done in companies with a product to sell.
Product,
For
product.
product to sell. For example, real estate agents or
Agents, agents.
real estate agents or department stores can offer a simple commission on all sales.
Okay, so did you understand the first paragraph,
Yes,
Teresa? Okay, and the second one too. Okay, okay. The third, please.
this style of management favors people who can demonstrate their contribution through sales figures, but does not take in account the
Into
work done,
account. Does not take into account.
not take into account the work done for by people behind the scenes who have little contact with the
Public.
public.
Mm.
A better approach, a better approach is for management to offer a bonus to all the staff at the end of the year if the profits are healthy. This, however, does not allow management to target individuals who generally worked harder than others.
Okay,
Work.
worked. Yeah, it's T. Yeah.
Another possibility is to identify excellent staff through incentive schemes such employees get
Schemes.
schemes such as employees of the month or worker of the week to make people feel recognized. Such people are usually seen out with the help of clients. Hostels, restaurants, and tour operators may also allow staff to accept tips offered by clients who are pleased with the service. However, tipping is highly unreliable
Okay,
source of
highly unreliable. Unreliable.
unreliable, highly unreliable source of money. It does not favor everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, employees want to be recognized for the contributions, whether to receiving more money or simply some encouraging words. They also need to feel that their contribution to the whole organization is worthwhile. Good management recognize this need and respond appropriately.
Okay, so actually there's like a mistake here. I mean, like only one error. Good management recognizes this need and responds appropriately. So there should be an S. Okay, I don't know. Okay,
Very
what?
good at saying I got envious.
But if you look at this example or this sample writing, Teresa,
Yes.
there isn't, like any complicated, like I should say, there aren't any complicated words. They are easy to understand, right? Is there any word here that you were not able to understand?
No, that's kind of basic.
Yes.
I got the impression that should be more personal, like using like in the first person. So it's kind of more like impersonal, like in third person state. So I think I got that wrong.
Well, actually, it depends on the topic, or it depends on the question. For example, well, usually it asks you like give like express your opinion or explain, for example, your idea about this based on your personal experience, observation, or personal knowledge. So yes, you're right that in most cases we use the first person here because it should be, well, you mentioned before that your husband, for example, works in a company where they have this kind of practice, right? So the writer of this sample or this model answer, actually, if you like go over and try to understand, it's like, okay, it's okay to give these incentives to people, but what about those people working behind the scenes,
Yes.
right? So everybody should be, kind of like rewarded, especially if it's a team effort.
Yeah.
Because in the past, for example, like in many restaurants, this is what I learned from people. In many restaurants in the past, especially, most of those people who only get like cash incentives are those people serving.
Yes.
But those people in the kitchen were not getting anything,
Yes.
right? So sometimes those people who are serving and they are really working hard, for example, very nice to the customers and everything like that, they get actually recognized by employee of the week or employee of the month. But those people be working behind, like those people working in the kitchen, those people cooking, preparing, and then cutting up the vegetables or meat and everything, they don't get anything. So this is not really fair, right?
Yes.
So that's the point of this person who wrote this essay. And of course, this one got 9 as well. So if you look at, there are some lines here. So probably, So if you look at this, Grammarly wants it must, but it's okay. They have to. It's something that they need to do, right? Take into account. So probably consider, but it's okay to use take into account because there are 3 words. Consider is only 1 word, right? Okay, so this one is okay. So I will send this to you so that you will have, a better idea on how to interpret, for example. Uh, okay, I will just put your name. Okay, there is and save this and then send it later to you. And I hope that you can send me your writing task in that email that I gave you so that I can mark it for you, and then I will give you a band score, as well. Yeah. So you are kind of like good at the listening, good at your reading because you got already 7 and that's already a good sign. Speaking is okay, but I just want to like help you work on your pronunciation as well, especially with the one with these regular nouns with D or ED and the R and the H, because this is one of those that a lot of Brazilian people have difficulty sometimes. Okay, just one second.
Yes. I think we learned to is difficult. I got angry. My 4 years old child, she speaks it perfectly well, the sound, and I can't.
Yeah, because probably they studied like kind of like earlier than you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, they started younger, right?
Right.
Mm,
To do it effortless, like I look out, I always get wrong.
okay, so here these are sentences with R and H. Okay, so the first one, okay, can you please write?
The local government in Beijing raised the red alert for air pollution because of the worsening haze in the city.
Okay, very good. But okay, this one is raised, D,
Raised,
and this one is haze.
raised and haze,
Yeah, and this one is air pollution.
air pollution.
Air.
Air.
Okay. So race and haze. Okay, next sentence.
I run with my run.
I run with my horn.
I run with my home every night to keep me fit and healthy.
Okay, so I run with my hun. Hun is like, it's a term of endearment that,
Like honey.
honey, yeah, short for honey, yeah. I run with my hun every night to keep me fit and healthy. So run, hun.
Run on.
Okay, next.
He was right when he said that his height.
No, height.
Height. He was right when he said that his height, 5 feet and 2 inches, is equivalent to 157 not 100.
No, we call this point. 157.48 centimeters.
Centimeters.
Okay, please one more time.
He was right when he said that his height, 5 feet and 2 inches, is equivalent to 157.48 centimeters.
Okay. So you know what is height, right?
Yes, I know.
So what is your height? Teresa, do you know?
Yes, 155 centimeters.
Oh, okay.
I'm very short.
Yeah, okay, because for example, I'm 5'2", and this is equivalent to 157.48, and you said you are 155?
Yes, 155.
Oh, okay. You are shorter than me? You look tall.
No, very short.
Okay. Okay, but anyway, yes. So, right height. Yes. Okay, next please. So this one, let me read it first, okay? When the burglars went to rob their next target, they used a hob to break into that club. So this one is pronounced or read as burglars.
When the burglars.
Okay, burglars. Burglars.
When the burglars went to rob their next target, they used a hob to break into that club.
Into that club.
Into that club.
So burglars are thieves, robbers. They go into someone's house or a building. Rob. Hob.
Hob, I don't know.
Hob is a kind of a tool.
Okay.
That you use to kind of like break something. Yeah. Okay. So can you please say rob, hob?
Rob, hob.
Okay. Okay.
He usually rubs his car's hubs with a metal polisher.
So this one, ROB, is different from RUB. Okay? So he usually rubs his car hubs with a metal polisher. Do you know what is rub? Rub?
Yes.
Hub is the one, for example, do you drive?
Yes.
Okay. So he usually rubs his car hubs with a metal polisher. So I'll show you one example of car hubs. Car hubs. Okay, these are hubs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hubs. Okay. So let's continue. Okay, next please.
When her husband vacuumed the rug, she gave him a tight hug.
Okay, so when her husband vacuumed the rug, she gave him a tight hug. Rug, hug.
Rug, hug.
Yes. Do you know what a rug is? And hug, of course, you know that, right? Okay. Continue, please.
The rays of the sun dry the haze.
Yeah. No, haze. The
Haze.
rays of the sun dry the haze. So
The
rays, haze.
haze.
Yeah. Do you know what haze are?
It's like the thing that they carry.
No, these are examples of haze. Oh, images. Wait. I don't see any here. Wheat haze. Yeah, okay. These are haze.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you produce wheat in Brazil? Do you have wheat? Or do you know
Yeah.
like wheat? So these are wheat haze, you know this.
Okay.
Yeah. But do you produce wheat in Brazil?
Yes.
Oh, you do. Of course you have rice because you eat
Yes.
rice. Yeah, okay. So the rays of the sun dry the haze. Yeah, okay. Next, please.
Robson scent is
No,
not where
Robson Street.
Robson Street is not where Hudson Bay is. It's on Glenville Street.
Okay. Robson, Hudson. Yeah, okay. Next.
Rome for her is like home.
Very good. Yeah,
There's like a rip on her hip.
good.
His name is Romeo and his brother is Homer.
G- Homer.
Homer.
Rommel.
Rommel.
Homer.
Rommel. Homer.
Okay, next.
We rent if you don't have any catch every time you hunt.
So rant, hunt.
Rent, hunt.
Okay, next.
When she tried to dance the reel, she hurt her right heel.
Okay, when she tried to dance the reel, it's a kind of Scottish dance. She hurt her right heel. And you know what is heel, right?
Yes.
Okay, next.
When selling different kinds of ripe fruits, you have to hide so people buy your produce.
Produce. Ripe,
Right?
hype.
Right? Hide.
It's like you advertise. Okay, next, please.
His role is to patch the hole.
Good.
When they went to the restaurant in a group of 10, the management was hesitant to let them get in.
Okay, restaurant.
Restaurant.
Hesitant.
Hesitant.
Okay. Okay, that's it. I wrote some notes. Okay, very good. Now, actually, if you are conscious, you are able to pronounce them correctly. So I hope that even if you're not very conscious about the H especially, you are able to produce the sound of the H and the R correctly. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now this time, oh, why? It's the ED. Okay, so these are regular verbs that are, added with D or ED, and they have the T sound.
Okay.
So Teresa, there are three sounds of D or ED in regular verbs. One of them is T, one is D, and one is id. Okay? So I will also send this so that you know, like any regular verb that ends in P, K, double S, C, H, S, H, anything with the F sound, okay, X, C, E plus ED, pronounced ed as t. Okay, so meaning the e is silent.
Okay.
Okay, so for example, asked plus ed, asked.
Okay.
Okay, can you please read the sentence?
I asked my father some money for a snack.
Okay, next please.
My mom baked a cake yesterday.
Okay, you said baked.
Yeah, with the so
No,
my mom.
so it should be baked.
Okay, my mom baked. Baked.
No, no, no. You still have the e. Okay, this one. Can you please try this? How do you pronounce this? B-E-Y. Bay, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if you add D, I mean K,
Baked.
and then you add D.
Baked.
No, there is no. Okay, just focus here. You focus
Baked.
on this. Okay. Baked.
Baked.
You still have the E.
Okay. Baked.
Okay, good. Baked.
Okay. Baked.
Very good. Baked. Okay, next.
My daughter brushed. Brushed.
No, brushed
Brushed.
her teeth last night.
My daughter brushed her teeth last night.
Okay, good. Next.
I cooked.
No, it's not cooked. Okay.
I cooked.
Okay, how do you pronounce this?
Cook.
When you add T at the end.
Cooked.
No, 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 there's no E.
Okay. Cooked.
No, 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 no. Cooked.
Okay.
Cooked.
Cooked.
Okay.
Cooked.
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 Very good. Okay, one more time. Okay, so please repeat after me. Asked.
Asked.
Baked.
Baked.
Cooked.
Cooked.
Very good. Okay. One more time, please.
Asked.
Okay, yeah, I still hear the E, okay?
Baked. Baked.
Okay.
And cooked.
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 Mm-hmm. Okay. So next, repeat after me, Teresa. Cracked.
Cracked.
Crashed.
Crashed.
Danced.
Danced.
She dressed up like a queen.
She dressed like she dressed up. She dressed up like a queen.
Okay. Dropped.
Dropped.
Escaped.
Escaped.
My husband finished his work late last night.
My husband finished his work late last night.
Okay, fixed.
Fixed.
No, it's not fixed. Fixed.
Fixed.
Guessed.
Yes.
Kissed.
Kissed.
Missed.
Missed.
Helped.
Helped.
Hoped.
Hoped.
Hiked.
Hiked.
Joked.
Joked.
No, it's not joke. Okay, here. Joke. Okay, can joked.
Joked.
Okay, very good. Yeah, you got it correctly. Okay. Jumped.
Jumped.
Knocked.
Knocked.
Okay, no, the GH is F. So you say laughed.
Left.
Okay, very good. Locked.
Locked.
Looked.
Looked.
Mixed.
Mixed.
Packed.
Packed.
Picked.
Picked.
Passed.
Passed.
Okay, so for example, we use this in a sentence. Okay, can you please? Okay, wait 1 second. Read the sentence.
They passed the test with high scores.
Okay, they passed.
They passed the test with high scores.
Okay, now in this case, when you mean pass, it happened already, right? So make sure that you're able to pronounce this with T to mean pass. Okay, so they passed the test with high scores. One more time, Teresa.
They passed the test with high scores.
Okay, very good. Pressed,
Pressed,
pushed,
pushed,
pronounced,
pronounced,
relaxed,
relaxed,
slipped.
sleep, slept,
No, slipped, slipped.
sleep, sleep,
Okay, smoked,
smoked,
stopped,
stopped,
shocked,
shocked,
talked,
talked,
typed.
typed.
Okay, so meaning these examples of regular nouns are with the final T sound, meaning the ED or the D is T. Now, another set, okay? Don't say. Okay. So this is group B or second set, okay? These are regular verbs that, when they have final L, V, N, M, R, B, and V, S, E, G, W, Y, Z, okay, and vowel sounds, and then they are added with ED, you pronounce the D as D. Okay, for example, so it ends in W, added with ED, so it becomes allowed. Okay?
Allowed,
Yes. Now here, advised,
advised,
agreed,
agreed,
answered,
answered,
appeared,
appeared,
arrived,
arrived,
believed,
believed,
belonged,
belonged,
burn,
burned,
cold,
called,
carried,
carried,
changed,
changed,
clean,
clean,
closed,
closed,
covered,
covered,
cried,
cried,
damaged,
damaged,
described,
described,
died,
died,
dried,
dried,
earned,
earned,
encouraged,
encouraged,
enjoyed,
enjoyed,
entered,
entered,
explain,
explained,
explored,
explored,
filled,
filled,
filed,
filed,
followed.
followed.
Okay, better. Your D is better. Okay, so you don't have a problem with this one. Okay, there's another group, which is the third one. Okay, this one is easier because any regular verb that ends in D and T, and then you add ed to form the past tense and past participle, the pronunciation is id. Okay, so for example, need, needed,
Needed,
and pat, patted.
patted,
Okay, so there are only two, D and T. Okay, so please repeat after me. Accepted,
accepted,
afforded,
afforded,
attended,
attended,
arrested,
arrested,
collected,
collected,
contacted,
contacted,
counted,
counted,
decided,
decided,
defended,
defended,
demanded,
demanded,
divided,
divided,
ended,
ended,
expanded,
expanded,
expected,
expected,
exported,
exported,
flooded,
clouded,
graduated,
graduated,
hated.
hated.
Okay, so meaning, Teresa, if a regular verb ends in D or T and you form the past tense and the past participle, that's the only time that you pronounce the E sound.
Okay.
Okay, so if you go back to group A, okay, there's no E with those ones. Okay, so it's also necessary, of course, in your speaking, when you take the speaking test, that you are able to pronounce words correctly, because of course you are being examined by, you know, the interviewer or examiner, and they have certain criteria to follow, and one of them is pronunciation.
Okay.
And these are some of your problems, guys, like Portuguese speaking and the H and the R, especially if you are not conscious, very conscious. That you know becomes a problem. So
Okay.
you try to be more conscious. So, do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, by the way, please email me your writing in that email, lcmq2015 at gmail.com. And that's also my how do you call this one? PayPal account.
Okay.
Yeah. And so that's where you can send, but you make it like every week. So for example, last week we had one, and this week we have two, and then do it tomorrow.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah. So make it every week.
Okay.
Okay. So if you don't have any questions, then I'll see you again tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
probably
you.
with more speaking. And do you have time to do listening?
Tonight?
No. If you don't have time tomorrow before our class.
Yeah, I have time.
Okay, so I will send you later after my class, because I have another class after
Okay.
you. So I will send you one listening as well.
Okay.
Okay, and probably tomorrow I will give you another set of reading and writing.
Okay.
Okay?
Great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. Goodbye. Thank
Okay,
you.
bye-bye. Have a good night.
You too.
Okay,
Thank you.
bye-bye.